ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been a while to wait. I've had a lot of things to set up, a lot of new things, but now it's time. I gotta say, this game is one that also was a big part of my childhood in a way. It really captivated me in ways that, well, a lot of good games tend to. Gotta say, it's also very, very gorgeous for a game of its time and the system it was on. But, just as with Hyrule's chosen hero, a new adventure awaits us. The goddesses have a mission for us, and they beckon us to a distant land. A land without a hero of its own, in desperate need of one. Let's see if we can be that hero, shall we? A game from over a decade ago that still stands the test of time. And now, our journey begins. Welcome everyone to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. Now, I know, a little different than my previous couple projects, isn't it? A little less platformy. But I'm quite the eclectic individual as far as the genres I enjoy go. Try saying that 5 times fast. And I want to take some of that and bring it into my channel as well. So, a better way to start branching out than with a Zelda game, right? Quite the pedigree there. So, let's press start and begin. File select screen. Again, very, very impressive color display for an 8-bit system. You know, 3 files, copy, erase. Your standard stuff. And here's something rather interesting. A key thing between the Legend of Zelda Oracle games is that although they do work well as standalone adventures, you can continue one into the other through a linking system. You provide a password, and once you clear one game, you get a password that you can use to start a file in the second game and continue the story from there. It's a very unique system. And it gives the games their own kind of individuality in a way. And if you play Oracle of Seasons first and then follow it with Ages, it does end up a little differently than if you play Ages first and then Seasons. As you see here, this is going to be a game from scratch. This is not going to be a linked game. I do plan on going through Oracle of Ages eventually. But for now, let's start with this one. And I know a lot of LPers like to kind of put their name onto into the files, but considering in Legend of Zelda games, the file then gets used as your character's name, and I just want to play it close to the vest. That's just kind of how I am, so we're going with Link. Message speed, anything other than 5 is on the slow side. Not much of a void here. Accept our quest, hero, they say. Where are we? It certainly ain't Hyrule anymore. And so we're left to kind of wander around here aimlessly. Nothing we can really do or interact with. We have no inventory, as you can see. No way of getting past these bushes. If you notice here, there's just some faint music playing in the background. And if we get a little closer, it will pick up in intensity. Check out this sign. Well, that doesn't tell us much. Spool Swamp and Eyeglass Lake. We're definitely not in Hyrule anymore. Some place called Horon Village to the south. Oh, and if you try and read a sign from the side, the dev team thinks of everything, right? And so we get closer still. Music really picks up, and turns out we stumbled upon a dancing troupe. You're awake! Please, relax. Join our jovial troupe of performers for a bit. And over here, Din is a popular dancer. Just seeing her dance raises one's spirits. There's a fire here. Fortunately, it can't harm you. That'd be rather embarrassing dying in an intro like this. Din has been caring for you since she found you. She's strong-willed but very kind-hearted. Very nice traits for a person to have. Din always looks so lovely, but she seems smitten with you. I'm jealous. Just to be clear, the Oracle games are technically, they take place shortly after A Link to the Past in the timeline, in the Fallen timeline. So, the Link in this game is somewhere around the realm of 12 to 13 years old, and I'm pretty sure Din's a little older than that. So, Let's just say hopefully she's only smitten platonically. Let's talk to this lady down here. Oh, your eyes have opened. Are you alright? I am Impa, the troop's cook. And you are? Link? I see. Din, the dancing girl, found you collapsed in the woods. She's cared for you through your nightmares. Yes, apparently, there's an Impa in this, era as well. Impa, as you know, those Zelda fans among you, is a recurring name in the series. Sometimes she's an elder maid, nursemaid, etc. type character. Sometimes she's young, fit, and badass. But there is generally an Impa in most eras in which the Zelda games take place. It's kind of interesting. Meanwhile, let's talk to Din herself. You've awakened. Good, I worried while you slept. You're Link, right? How do you do, Link? I am Din. I saw a red flash in the woods, and when I went to see what it was, you were lying there. Well, it wasn't really woods so much as in between two lakes. A river and a lake. Spoilers, technically. Mystery surrounds you, Link. Nice vocal inflection there. I'm just glad you're better. Come, won't you dance with me? And then once you talk to everyone at least once, you can talk to Din again, and don't be shy. Dancing will be fun. And now we have kind of an awkward shot of Link attempting to dance. Note the triangles on his hand there. And now we can move again this turn. That was fun. You're a good dancer. It's been some time since I had such fun. Hey, your left hand, it has a triangle on it. That's a sacred mark in Hyrule. If it's the true symbol, then you're a hero with a special fate, Link. Well, not gonna lie, but he has already saved Hyrule once. A special fate. Link, nothing. Let us dance. But of course, that couldn't last too much longer. We got plot to have happen. Strategically place lightning bolts, take out every one of those supplies. I've found you, Din, Oracle of Seasons. You hid yourself well, but you cannot escape Onox, General of Darkness. Well, that ain't good. That ain't good either. Guys, you gonna move? Anyone? Get out of my way, boy. Ah! Link! And just like that, Din's been kidnapped. You think she was a princess? What do you plan to do with me? I know. Looking back on this scene from being a little older, this looks a little, creepy. Don't worry, his intentions are entirely in the scale of the classic villain. He just wants her powers. That didn't make it sound any better, did it? If I imprison the Oracle of Seasons and bury the temple that houses the season spirits, the seasons of Holodrum will be cast into chaos. The bountiful gifts of nature will rot, and all living things perish. That is the world of darkness that I long for. No, Onox, no! Yeah, that didn't make it look any less creepy, did it? Ah! And so she's been imprisoned in a giant crystal. Wow, this, anyone here played Ocarina of Time? This was kind of familiar, doesn't it? Down, Temple of Seasons! Spring, summer, fall, winter, fall into chaos! Gotta admit, this right here, this is impressive for an 8-bit system. How did they do that? Temple of Seasons, well, it ain't looking too good now. As it falls deep, deep underground. And all of Holodrum suddenly flashes a whole bunch of different color palettes in rapid succession. So you awaken, suddenly it's winter. I don't know about you, but I don't feel like building a snowman. Link, are you alright? Actually, I'm the nurse of Hyrule's Princess Zelda, even though we didn't see her once in A Link to the Past. And Din's no dancer either. She's actually the Oracle of Seasons who wields control over the forces of nature. Zelda has mystical powers that told of a curtain of shadow drawing around Din. I was instructed to take her to Hyrule in secret. Zelda gave me this quest. But, I've been wounded, and I won't be able to travel for some time. Link, I know not why you were lying in the woods, but you and Din were fated to meet. The triangle on your left hand is real, and you may be the hero who will save the world. Well, he's already done it once. What's twice? Please, use your power to aid Din. Please, take my message to the Maku Tree in her own village. The Maku Tree is the guardian of all Holodrum. Surely he can help. And the music kicks in. It's, more or less like an updated version of the music from Link's Awakening, but we'll take it. Please take my... Okay, she's just gonna say that again. We can wander around this part of the overworld here. Use the D-pad to move around. Avoid the enemies. We have nothing to defend ourselves with. That patch of soil will become relevant eventually. By eventually, I mean soon. We still can't get past these bushes, although now we're on the other side of them. Down here, who's this? Look, no matter how much I call her, my precious mittens won't come down. If only I had her favorite treat, fish. Cat up a tree, go figure. Over here, well, we're not going to be able to get that anytime soon. By the way, you can press start to enter the pause screen. Not a whole lot we can do here. Press select, and you can view a world map. Apparently we're in a place called North Horon, near Eyeglass Lake. So, we got quite the overworld to explore here. Let's get cracking. Just a little further south, though, is our destination for the moment, Horon Village. Something very interesting about this village. Due to the Temple of Seasons falling, most of this realm, Holodrum, as it's been mentioned a couple times, is stuck in one particular season, and the season depends on the area. Horon Village, in particular, will cycle between a random season every time you enter the village. Yes, lady, this is Horon Village, but, you know, she didn't know we knew that already. Hey, I've never seen you before. The Maku Tree? Head east. So this is basically your main hub town of Oracle of Seasons, and there's quite a bit to explore here, and we're going to check out all of it as we can. Enter into here. This is the mayor's home. The mayor's fascinated with gacha nuts now. Place, planter, and the planter's deeds affect what the nut produces. The mayor found a good place recently, so he is quite happy. And over here, this must be the mayor himself. I'm Rule, mayor of Horon Village. Do you have any gacha seeds? If you plant one in soft earth, it'll grow into a tree that bears nuts. Inside those nuts, you'll find all sorts of things. So fun, I can't help myself. There's some soft earth just outside. Plant one there. You don't know about gacha seeds? You're missing out. I'll give you my prized gacha seed to welcome you to town. And here's a new mechanic. Well, it's new to the Game Boy Zeldas. Well, and by that I mean it wasn't in Link's Awakening, but it is in the Oracle games. Gacha seeds. And as you said, there's some soft earth outside. There's also a suspicious cracked wall here. I suppose I'll just have to come back once we get the means to blow those open. And so, as the mayor said, just outside there's a patch of soft soil, and now you know what that other thing earlier in the overworld was. You can plant gacha seeds here. Gacha seeds are in fact inspired by gashapon machines that are semi-popular in Japan. Essentially, you put the coinage in necessary, turn a crank, and you get some kind of ball or package containing a figure. What figure you'll get is completely random. You won't know until you get it. In a way, it's kind of like booster packs and trading card games. But as such, you won't know what you'll get from a gacha tree until you've opened the nut it bears, and it'll take roughly 40 enemies defeated from a gacha plant to grow from seed to tree and bear a nut. Although if you wait longer, you will get greater prizes still. There's also you can also get greater prizes depending on where you plant the seed. You know, the tougher the soil is to find, generally the better the prizes will be. But anyway, here we have a Zelda staple back here, a piece of heart. Fortunately, we can't really reach this right now. Unfortunately, we'll have to find a way to burn that tree. So off to the east. This is interesting. Maku Tree Gate. Show courage to gain passage. Well, even though I'm pretty sure this takes place after Link to the Past. Don't quote on me now. Don't quote me on it. I'm pretty sure it does, but looks like we'll have to show our courage nonetheless, and we don't really have the means to do that yet. Guess we'll have to keep exploring. Who's he? Sleeping, apparently. What about the kid? In the west part of town are the know-it-all birds. See him if you have a question. That's kind of cute here. He's playing fetch with his dog. And those of you who've played Link Awakening might remember there's some kids playing catch in Mabe Village in that game, and let's just say the physics, quote, quote, physics, let's just say the animation for that ball looks a lot smoother than it did in Link's Awakening. Over here, here's something interesting. Another new mechanic in the Oracle games. Do come in. I am Basu, the jeweler. Is this your first time? Then let me explain jewelry. Rings made from mystical seeds have very mystical powers. If you wear one, its mystical power will be passed to you. But you must keep it in your ring box. The mystical power will gradually weaken and you won't be able to use it. Understood? As I can't keep his accent straight. Yes, I understand. Oh, you don't have a ring box? I like you, so here, take this ring box. And we have a level 1 ring box that lets us carry one mystical ring within it. And take this ring as a sign of our friendship. Thanks for the freebie, Vasu. Until you've had a ring appraised and its power revealed, you cannot wear it. Because, I suppose it takes a professional to be able to tell exactly what a ring does. Let's appraise it. And normally, well, actually, he'll explain in a minute. I see. I call this the friendship ring. It's a symbol of a meeting. It does approximately nothing. Just a novelty. And a way to kind of show as a tutorial how you get these rings appraised. I'll appraise it for free this time, but after this it'll be 20 rupees per ring. If you get 2 of the same ring, I'll buy one for 30 rupees, therefore letting you turn a small profit for getting a duplicate. Now the list. Appraised rings get added to the list. When you want a ring, move it from your list to your box. Talk to me to see your list. Let's take a peek at it now. So we can cycle through here, let's pick this up. Can't really do anything with it, but hey, let's just, it's just a nice courtesy. Rings do nothing unless worn. And so to find your ring, go into the pause screen. If you press select while you're in here, you'll get to a second section of the pause screen showing, among other things, the number of gacha seeds and unappraised rings you currently have, along with the ring currently in your box. Then just press A to equip it. Again, this does nothing. This third screen shows you your current heart pieces, gives you the ability to save. There's some options there. And, well, the spots that are currently empty will be filled up eventually, and that's all I will say for now. That said, have we checked out north here? Yes, we have. Okay. Oh, yeah, that was the screen with the... Okay, alright. Minor hiccup there. Down here we have something interesting. This tree will be important later on. Well, shortly later on, but not at the moment. We'll just have to pass on it for now. Let's check out this house and that chest that we can't reach. What do we have here? The light in here is too dim to read by. Can anyone light my fire? Well, there's a torch here, but nothing to light it with. Another cracked wall, though. That we can't open. The problems of an empty inventory. So it looks like we have to keep on exploring. The village music is rather catchy, gotta admit. What does he have to say? Do you know the hero's cave near the western coast? The hero's sword is said to be hidden there, but no one's ever found it. The cave of the sword. Well, suppose, you know how these games work. Looks like we're gonna have to find it. Our guardian, the market tree, stands beyond the gate to the east of town. It said a hero with a sword will come to speak with him. I wonder if it's true. Well, those last 2 pieces of dialogue are oddly apropos. So there's a hero's cave west of town with a sword in it that no one's found before, and you need a sword to get to get an audience with a Maku tree. Down here, a suspicious portal, but a lever that we can't for the life of us reach. Further off to the west, we have an interesting double house here. Pair of sprouted plants here. And here comes another interesting part of the game. Alright then. I'm Bippin, the expert arborist. I know plenty about trees. Now let me tell you something. Blossom and I just had our first child. Yes, we did. Have a look. Way to pass him off on your wife there, buddy. I am Blossom. This is my first child, a healthy baby boy. And I'm having trouble choosing a name. Can you help me think of one? What would you call him? Yes, let's have a total stranger pick your kid's name for you. So you can basically name this kid whatever you want. Unfortunately. You are limited to just 5 characters though, so yeah, any potential names you would want to give him are rather limited in that regard. Another thing you might want to know about me, I kind of take names very seriously when it comes to these kinds of things. I like to come up with names that kind of fit thematically. So, considering the kid's father is an arborist, how about Rowan? Before you say it, before you ask it, before you wonder it, no, that's not my name. That's not even close to my name. I'm not the kind of person to stick my name into these Let's Plays. I'm more of a thematic kind of guy, and Rowan's not half bad of a name. You would name him Rowan? Yeah, sure. It's a fine name. That's what I'll call him. He seems happy to have it. Come visit us anytime. And so, as you progress in the game, you'll be able to visit the farmer couple here and see how the kid is doing. You'll be able to help them a little along the way, etc., etc. Now, onward to our whirlwind tour of her own village. We have a bunch of grass, bushes, a couple interesting-looking rock mushrooms back there that we just can't seem to... well, we can't cut the bushes either, but we can't do anything about those mushrooms or that chest that they are in the way of. Further up north, we have a shop. Sounds rather simple. We're not open. Come back later. Well, that's awfully blunt of you. If you try to get back here, he doesn't let you. We need a member's card. I suppose it's a secret to everyone, right? That's how things usually go in these games? Off to the... Have we checked east? Okay, up here, we have just some dude. The seasons are a mess. Winter goes straight into summer. What's going on? And to the east of here, we have... okay, yeah, mayor's residence north of here, Makatur to the east. We've seen these already, those already. And here, I want to make a cuckoo clock better than any before, but I can't find a wooden bird that I like. One that's just breathtaking. He's a clockmaker. He'll get involved in the side quest eventually, but as per usual at this point, nothing we can do just yet. And if you notice, that kid is jumping in and out of that flower there. If you go down to the flower, you can shoot up the cliff too. It works only in spring when flowers bloom, so I'm getting my fill of it. And as he says, this blast bloom here can fire you up cliffs, but only in the spring. That's a recurring thing with this game. There are certain things that will only that you'll only be able to interact with or only be able to do in specific seasons, and that is a key element of Oracle of Seasons. I mean, who guessed, right? Goes from hot to cold in a flash. The seasons are in utter chaos. What will it do to this year's harvest? And yes, when you think about it, throwing the seasons out of whack is a very, very, very dangerous thing. And what Onox has done here poses a very legitimate threat to Holodrum. You know, if crops can't grow, if all these other things can't happen, if natural order gets thrown out of balance, I mean, we've seen how fragile nature can be. If we don't do something, this place is probably going to be doomed eventually. Good thing we have a hero here, huh? This is the house of the wise know-it-all birds. See them if you have questions. When you go in here, and it's just 10 parrots. If you talk to them, they tell you stuff. Want to learn about the subscreens? Yes. Press start to access the subscreen and press select to scroll through screens. First is the item screen, then the quest status screen, then the essence screen. On the quest status screen, you can pick a ring to wear. And, oh god, they're pulling it out. Okay, we're good. All these know-it-all birds, they have some nice information if this is your first time playing a similar game. But, you got me here, so I'll be sure to fill you in as necessary. And so, that is, correct? Yes, that is our whirlwind tour of her own village. Yes, I know this episode wasn't particularly eventful after the intro happened, but you know, you gotta lay the groundwork sometimes, you know? You gotta set things up so that everything makes sense later on. And so, with that in mind, we're picking up where we left off next time. Next episode of Let's Play Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, we're gonna be heading west out of town and finding the Hero's Cave. See you guys then, yeah?